My name is Peter Hinson. I teach IT strategy at London Business School, and the book I wrote was called Business IT Fusion. The book's called IT Fusion, and I think the main idea behind the book is that IT is basically too important just to leave to the IT department. And the fundamental concept is that today's society is a technological society. IT is all around us, and where in the past IT was something that was an island in itself, today technology has been completely embedded into our society and therefore also the organization. And what it means is that we can't separate business and IT anymore. We've tried to align business and IT for a long time, and what I'm thinking we should do is really almost fuse business and IT together and maybe put IT clearly inside a business perspective. That is totally different than the ideas we had in the last 10-15 years, and it means that companies who are open for this really have to completely rethink IT and the relationship with the business. I think the CIO is going to be probably extremely affected by this, but where the old generation of CIOs was really the head IT manager. It was the toughest of the gang. It was the guy with the Harley Davidson out in front with the blondest blonde on the biggest motorcycle. It is now the person who actually has to be more the person responsible for innovation and process and change. He's more of the super change agent in the executive team than just the guy who runs the nerds. And I think that's a fundamental transition. Today we still have a lot of CIOs who are still just IT manager with a bit extra. I think the next generation of CIOs are clearly business leaders who are using technology but focus on technology-enabled innovation, not just on technology.
How do you
Well, I think the best way to do that, and I think there's indeed a very good example of Procter & Gamble, who have completely transformed IT and fused IT with the business. And what you see there is that typically the IT people, or the old IT people, they're measured on two accounts. One is clearly still IT parameters, cost effectiveness of IT, enterprise architecture, end-to-end thinking, but it's really IT measurement. And the second is just clearly business performance. It's about really what is the direct effect on a particular business or a particular business unit. And I think this is different because IT people are now slowly getting into the return and ROI type of stories. I think we have to go beyond that and really talk about direct business value. Well, I think the relationship with the CFO is certainly a very important one, because I think the CFO has transformed the role of the CFO in the last 10-15 years from a side activity into much more of a core activity. I think the CIO has to do exactly the same thing, go from a side activity to a fundamentally core activity. And I think the CIO and the CFO can really do this together. There are a lot of costs going to IT, so there's an obvious synergy to really work together. But apart from that, it's really about the business. And one of the themes I think is really important is innovation. Everybody is doing innovation. Everybody feels the necessity to do innovation now these days. But in a lot of organizations, there's not really somebody leading that, managing that. And I think the CIO is a clear candidate to be much more involved in those kinds of processes. Well, the pressure is there. There is cost pressure, there is globalization pressure, there is competitive pressure, and the pressure won't go away. I think the right approach that a CIO could take is to say, okay, let me take advantage of that pressure and maybe use that to my possibilities and my advantages to recreate and rethink IT. I'll give you one example. I saw an insurance company that was heavily affected by the crisis, and in the crisis actually grew the role from IT towards much more process thinking. The CIO literally went to the chief executive and said, they're doing process, they're running around like headless chickens, let me coordinate that. A little bit later, he went back to the chief executive and said, listen, innovation, all over the place, uncoordinated, let me control that. So IT became business process in IT, became business process and innovation, and I think that's a clearly new role where the CIO takes advantage of a crisis situation.